We're excited at Microsoft to launch a new campaign, an open data campaign. A campaign that we believe addresses one of the critical issues for the world today. Around the world, data is playing a more important role than ever. Humanity is creating more data than ever. In fact, each and every day, humanity creates more data in a single day than we did as a species in our entire history up until the year 2000. And we're doing more with data than ever before, whether it's pursuing great challenges in the fields of science and sustainability or advancing the economy. But if we're not careful, if we don't address the need for open data, we're going to fall into a new and looming data divide. Indeed, that's what the world already is confronting. According to one recent study, over half of the data generated on the internet each day is flowing to only 100 companies. Think about that, 100 businesses of the tens of millions of businesses around the world. And if we don't address this, we risk seeing economic generation, economic wealth following the same path. As PwC recently estimated, more than 70% of the economic value from artificial intelligence could flow to only two countries, the United States and China. All of this shows that we need to democratize artificial intelligence, and to do that, we need to start by opening up data. That's what our Open Data campaign aims to do. We launched this with an appreciation that many others are involved already as well. People in other companies, people in academia, people in the research field, and we are excited to join their effort, to join with a campaign to close the data divide. Our campaign has three pillars. The first is on 5 principles that we're adopting at Microsoft to ensure that we're sharing data, especially for the issues that are of broad societal impact. In addition, we're committing ourselves to a broad range of new partnerships and collaborations. We'll launch at least 20 new partnerships by the year 2022, in 2 years, to open up and share data in critical fields. Today, we're launching this partnership with the Open Data Institute, a leader in this field. And finally, we're committed to providing broad support for the entire data community around the world. We're doing this with new data tools and with the kinds of frameworks and models and licensing systems that we have found useful at Microsoft that we hope others will find useful as well.
Microsoft is proud to be launching the Open Data campaign. We understand that collaborating with data is only effective if it is done in a trusted way. With this in mind, we are sharing 5 principles that will guide Microsoft's contributions and commitments to trusted data collaboration. Those principles are open, usable, empowering, secure, and private. As part of our contribution, Microsoft will help launch or support 20 data collaborations by the year 2022, partnering with other organizations, industry, and governments to solve challenging problems by opening and sharing data. To achieve this aim, we commit to making data from our social good initiatives open by default and identifying where this data can be used to seed collaborations. We are also delighted to be partnering with the Open Data Institute to further develop and support data collaborations and help structure these collaborations in a way that ensures the frameworks and tools that are developed can be shared with other organizations.
The mission of the Open Data Institute is to find the value in data, whether it's social or economic. We want to work with companies and governments to build an open and trusted data ecosystem. We want to build a world where data works for everyone, for the many, not the few.
To start, we'll focus a data challenge on global broadband mapping. We'll build on the work already done at Microsoft to open the data we collected to map US broadband access and expand this to a challenge to map broadband access globally. We think this is an especially timely issue to address as a broader community, and we're excited to get the work underway.
And that brings us on to this other very important quality of open data, which is a great way of building trust. So often in organizations, there are fears that giving the data up in some sense means that you've lost the value in the data. But actually what we see time and time again is the data sharing creates more value across a wider range of stakeholders.
Another area of focus will be working with governments at the local, state, regional, and national levels to utilize data more effectively as they look to address major challenges like disease, climate change, and economic well-being. To this end, we are proud to be launching the Open Data Policy Lab with the GovLab Research Center based at NYU to help governments open, share, and collaborate around data. By working together in an open way, we believe we can empower every organization to realize the value of data and AI. Only then can we begin to close the data divide.
We recognize that it will take a broad community to work together. We're excited to work with others, to share data with others, and perhaps most importantly, to learn from others. Because if we all work together and take this on as the challenge it deserves, we can create a stronger foundation for inclusive economic growth based on data around the world. Thank you.